today a fan has hit me up, linked me this asset pack and said, hey, bet you can't build a map with this here pack. Challenge accepted. We're gonna check this out and see what we could do. What all do we have in here? We got fences, mountains, spotlights, signs, 3 tree variants. All right, so we're gonna download this. It's right there. We're gonna get it, and we are gonna build a map using only this asset pack, and of course, we're allowed to use Roblox parts. Oh yes, a fresh and clean Roblox studio scene. Grab this asset pack right here and see what we got going on. First things first, am I allowed to change colors of stuff? Let's see, we have gun metallic, and then dark green for the treetops. Okay, I guess first thing I'm gonna do actually is gonna be lighting, because why not? So first things first, I'm gonna just delete all of this. Get out of there. Oh yeah, that really dingified everything. Let's add in a color correction, and let's get a skybox from the toolbox. Cartoon skybox. Yeah. Perfect, guys. We got a little bit of stuff going on. Cool skybox, I think. Looks pretty good. And then our color correction, we have it set to right here. 0.5 saturation, 0.1 contrast, and then tint color, pretty much white. For here, we're gonna do pretty much that same kind of very like white, but has that slight tint. This one we are gonna do pure white, just like that. This one pretty much pure white as well. There we go. All right, we're looking pretty washed out right now. Let's change these to 0.4 and 0.8. There we go. That brought back a little bit. All right, so now we have our lighting done. Now looking at these assets, one build in particular comes to mind. Some sort of very cartoonish park, I think, would be our best bet. And for that, let's see. Let's just start with parts to make the actual ground itself. I think I'm gonna go something like this, raise it up, and I'm just gonna block out sort of the map layout, and then we'll see where we're at. We'll go out to like here, toss another one of these on the other side. I don't know if I want them to be even or not. Like, I feel like having one side a bit longer isn't a bad idea. Something like this, I think. Now we're gonna grab one more of these, scale it out, go to our plugins, part to water, cartoon, and transform. Perfect. Now all of these, we should probably match the colors of the asset pack. We might change them later, but I think it'll be cool to try to keep the colors that they picked, just as a little additional challenge. All right, now that we have this, we're gonna just duplicate all of these to make them grass. I should be able to just duplicate, go to plugins, building tools by F3X, scale a little bit, and then scale these up. Could also scale them to each side. One out this way, one out this way, and I can't see the little thing on this side, one out this way. And they have dark green. Oh, let's flip that off. And now we can just work with our movements here. There we go. So we have our basic layout. Now let's start using some of the actual assets and remove this Malwarebytes thing from my screen. All right, I want to move all this over here, and I want to lock all of the terrain just to make sure we're not really moving it while we're trying to work. Now let's see what all we got to work with. Are all these, this is one piece. That stinks. I was gonna use that as a bush. I mean, I still could. It would just be like, let me see if I sink it down. Oh yes, I could definitely still use these as bushes. That's great. Maybe I should build everything out of parts first and then place the assets where they fit in the map. That might be the better idea. What all parts is this? It's one piece? Of course it is. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of block out some paths for this that will fit the dummy. So let's just grab a part or block, whatever you want to call it, scale it down. That should be good. I want it to be a little thicker. That looks good to me. And let's just put it all the way to the edge here and move it a bit this way. All right, now basically, we're just gonna make a square out of these. Let's duplicate it, rotate it, move it to the end. It's probably not gonna line up perfectly because every time you rotate something on Roblox, it's like, nah, bruh, let's not line up. But we could try. Of course not. So what we're gonna do is just duplicate this one and drag it over to right here. Delete that, drag this one, bring it back right here so we don't have any Z fighting. Duplicate this one and bring it this way. Now we're gonna bring this back a little bit, maybe about here, duplicate it, bring it to the end, make sure that's all the way at the end. Sea Cleaner, you can get off here too. And then we're gonna scale it out. Something like this, guys. Now let's find a good color for it. I'm thinking like sort of a copperish color, maybe linen. Linen's not bad. Now I want to make a little thing on the side, just like a little rail, if you will, and make that probably copper. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, so we have a little path worked out, a little shorter on one side than the other side, and I wanted to go over a little thing on why I think these videos are so cool to make, and that is simply because if you're not a builder, say you don't know how to use Blender, and you want a little bit bit more complex assets than you can personally do in Roblox Studio, free asset packs are a great way to go about making a map. And 9 times out of 10, of course, make sure you check in with the person who made the asset pack, but 9 times out of 10, it's 100% okay to use them in published games. So it's just real nice, man. Let's go ahead and grab a mountain, and let's start filling in some mountain spots just to add in more to the map. Right now, there's not much. Just like this, maybe move one out a little bit, something like that. I do want to drag them down a bit. I don't want them to be too tall. We're gonna duplicate this, rotate it again, and put one up here. And we don't want anything to be like dead on straight, because it just makes it look a little weird. I'll do something like that, and then I'm gonna duplicate this again and throw it over on the other side of the map over here. Each time we duplicate it, we're just changing something about it, so it doesn't look the exact same. And for this one, I'm gonna put it like right here. There we go. So now that our mountains are in, let's start adding in trees, rocks, benches, everything else that we have in this asset pack, and hopefully make it look somewhat decent. Alright guys, I think I have officially used every single piece of the asset pack. Let me double check. Nope, we need crates still. I think the rest of it has been used. Let's get those kind of placed around somewhere. They're a bit weird, but it's okay. We're gonna just place them here, and let me get a little bit of rotation on these. Maybe something like this. Let's move this one in, and we will have to make a quick little bridge since there's just like a weird gap now. Just to break up the green color, I think I'm also gonna put a texture on the ground as well, just to help break things up a bit. Very little building knowledge to be able to put together a map, and that's why I think it's more important to be a scripter than a builder these days, because there's so many free assets and free maps and free everything that if you can script, you can make a whole game, like, fairly easily by yourself. Ooh, I'm gonna have like a double bridge. This could be cool, actually. Something like this, and I think it might be cool to have some of these in the water. Just as like little weird things. It might be cool to block the back of this off as well. I'm not sure. There we go, guys. I think that's gonna complete the map. I think it looks pretty good. I think this closed off looks better than just like thin floating bridge, so I'm gonna do that for all of them. But there we go, guys. It took a grand total of 30 minutes to throw this map together. Anyways, that is gonna wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.